Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I quit drinking soda when I was 16 years old, and I never looked back. I don't crave it anymore. And in fact, it wasn't that long after I quit drinking soda that all cravings just completely went away. It doesn't even look like a beverage to me anymore. I'm not joking when I say that. I was at a birthday party not that long ago. When I looked at the birthday cake, it looked like a decoration, like some kind of art you might make, right? I enjoy looking at it, but it doesn't look like food anymore. And not long after I quit drinking soda, I quit eating all sources of refined white sugar. And the reason for that is that I quickly lost my taste for it. One day, this was 4 or 5 months after I quit drinking soda, I had been eating something else. I hadn't completely quit the sugar yet. I was eating something else. I can't even remember what it was. And halfway through the meal, I belched up some gas, and the gas reminded me of soda, and it was the grossest thing in the world. And so I vowed to read labels and avoid sugar from then on in. And here we are 2 decades later. Now, I can't tell you how many people say that I'm a picky eater or something like that. I got a little bit of a, if you think this is picky, I got a little bit of a trick for you. Think of your favorite historical figure who's at least 300-400 years old, right? I don't know how many of my viewers love George Washington, or pick a historical scientist like Copernicus or Galileo. They were as picky as I am today because they had no choice. Now, what's not natural is some people who count or weigh what they eat. We just had an American tourist at the hostel who was bragging about, he had this like list of every food and how many calories it has. He had some kind of an app or a calculator. Now that's not natural. None of the historical figures we were talking about ever did. If they did, it was to make sure they had enough to eat, not to limit how much they could eat. Right? I was working at a tutoring center. One of my students had a mom who was a nurse, and she thought that it was crazy. She said that, did you know there's an eating disorder called orthorexia? I said, I do, but I think it's the people who judge me for what I eat. They're the ones who have the disorder. It's not me who has the disorder. And I pointed out, what would happen if we traveled back 500 years ago before any of this stuff was invented? Would any of us die from not having enough to eat? I mean, die from not having enough calories to eat, maybe, but die from not having MSG or sugar or trans fat, really? So, anyways, just a thought experiment. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.